That's it, Guardian. Bring them down. That should be the final Strangelet capsule. We did it. The quarantine field is failing.
We just detected a shockwave from the singularity.
My connection is still tethered. Akora, I'm letting 9 in. Talk to me to talk to them.
We have questions.
Commander, answers later. Bask, perihelion around my maypole. But I do have a message for the weapon to be. Guardian, we knew saltwater would evaporate. Missiles aping its solar flares would collide. Humanity was destined to burn. 3 and I. Well, we looked at the Valley of Unknown Space. We saw our nature would nurture the conditions for uppercase light. Your resurrection was enabled by our hand for this purpose. Your body will be the foundation for a peace unset. For this you were positioned, set into orbit. This and 3's message to come. Always loved warming your armor, sunshine.
The well is dry. I have no more answers. I'm sorry.
Wait, so the 9 are saying they planned for me to raise the Guardian?
We are not pawns. We determine our choices, not them. Let's get to the altar of relativity and get answers from 3 ourselves.
My will is my own. It's as frightening as it is freeing. Don't misunderstand me. I didn't choose to be a light-bearer. I did choose to be an emissary. And I chose to leave. I don't miss either life. I choose to bear truth. To share fragments I've stowed away from beyond the borders of known space. The knowledge I keep will save others. But first, there is a piece of myself that I left buried to grow in old soil. My ghost, Goal. We planted violet petals from the Golden Age. My hands, their shell. After we leave here, that's where I'll go. One brief respite until...
Everyone, we have the last Strangelet capsule. Guardian, we need to take this to the altar of relativity and get that door open.
This is it. I'm finally gonna learn why I'm here. Big moment. For all of you too, I'm sure.
Yeah. Round of congrats to everyone. But we're not out of the doghouse yet.
Drifter's right. I'm sure the Archon will be on the move soon now that the quarantine is down. And when he does...
Quiet. Yes, you have reached your goal and torn down my collective's quarantine. This is marginally impressive, but not beyond expectations. You are free to enter and play out your adventure. As I have said, I concluded my business there long ago. All that is left is to see if the Guardians really do make their own fate. Or if you will let the Nine puppeteer your power to their whims. Remember that it is they who manipulated you. They who spent your lives so recklessly to save themselves. They who see you as something less. All I am doing is all I have ever done. Improving a broken system. You may remain shielded. Or be drawn into a losing battle. Goodbye, Guardian.
Guardian, drop everything you're doing. The reactor for the Academy is experiencing criticality. If we don't halt Meltdown, it'll bury not just the Ionians, but trigger the Singularity's expansion. It's all at risk. Guardian, lead us in. Guardian, this is an emergency. The Ionian's energy reactor is on the verge of going supercritical. We need to shut it down, now.
Didn't y'all just fix this thing?
Since the Guardian shut the Vex quarantine down, they're figuring out a way to get to the Nine without it.
If this reactor melts down, it'll charcoal Kepler and wipe out anyone trying to hinder the Vex from controlling the Singularity.
Then no one will be alive to stop them. Find what caused this.
Wild hunch, but I think the Guardian found the cause of the meltdown.
Focus on the reactor. Keep the Ionians safe. Then deal with the invulnerable Vex. We don't have much time, Guardian. Fight your way through and disable any power nodes you can find.
Every energy plant has to have a supply of coolant on hand to submerge the core in an emergency.
If you can find it, I'll route it back to the reactor, Hero. Go!
We need to get the Ionians evacuated. If this place goes nuclear, the temple, the caldera, everything is squarely within the blast radius.
Damn it! The Ionians are too dispersed to reach all of them before boiling conversion.
Guardian, buy us as much time as you can. We'll assess our options. Lodi, do the Ionians have any kind of shelter they can get to quickly? Bunkers or even a cavern system?
Damn it! This thing's hemorrhaging coolant like a severed head!
I'm beneath the reactor. Its reservoir is cracked, but I can contain the pressure. Ophiuchus will just have to continually res me.
Ikora.
Don't worry about me.
What if we could get help? 3 wanted us here alive. What if they could intervene?
Make the call. Guardian, buy Lodi time. I'm beneath the reactor. Approaching now.
Temps aren't stable yet, but we're making headway. Ikora, you holding together the coolant walls?
Keep going. Buy us any time you can.
Something's wrong. 3 isn't talking. I just see flashes. Brooklyn, but everything's on fire. Is this the collapse? Oily rain? Heads tipped back. People don't know it's irradiated.
Lodi, we're running out of time.
Talk to me, please. 3, we need help. It's just showing me things. An eruption in a tundra, a bear boiling in mud, in a forest of ash. 3, the reactor is melting down. We need you to help us. Stop showing me a meteor. Talk to me. Damn it, why are you showing me this? Why won't you help?
Cut the connection. Lodi, Orin, find cover. We're on our own.
The unknowable god doesn't want to help. What a surprise. They're just gonna leave you dying on repeat. That's it. One node left, hero.
Lodi, are you all right? Lewis!
That was the collapse. And then a little earlier. And then way earlier. 3 won't talk, won't help. They just wanted to show us disasters.
We've got something more reliable than a god. Guardian, my faith lies with you. If they won't save us, then we'll just have to save ourselves.
Oh, hell yeah, sister. Now you get it?
Nine murdered a mortal so she could be useful in her next life. And abducted her friend to use him as a puppet. They'll casually rearrange the life of the Guardian, but won't lift a finger to help? My role may be set, but I will not play it passively. I will hold the reactor together with my bare hands. I will move time and space to hold them accountable. And I will enact my future on my own terms. If the Nine want Ikora Ray so badly, then here I am!
There you are.
Your will is your own!
Hell yes! That's what I'm talking about!
You were underneath that thing, Ms. Ray?
Holding it together in there while the Guardian got it stable out here.
You always were a tough one. How many times did you die?
As many as it took to finish the job.
You've got everything you need. Split that Hydra from the reactor. Then, let's finish the job.
With the reactor shut down again, How stable are the Ionians' power sources? Will the altar still hold?
It's not a permanent solution, but our efforts should have given the Ionians generators a serviceable amount of juice. The altar should remain stable, and we'll still be able to get through.
3's waiting for us on the other side of that door.
Ms. Ray, not to rush us, but the Vex are flocking to the Singularity. We should follow. I want answers.
As do I. You and I have come too far not to know the reason why we're here. And we're only beginning to understand what they changed for the Guardian.
Wait! Wait, Guardian! Orin, hold up. I feel like the L train during rush hour. All of them are queuing up in here. The 9 need us.
The vote. Of course they want to do it now. I remember my own transfer. There wasn't much fanfare. Xur was miscreated. They seemed eager to move on.
Guardian, hurry. The 9 want to talk.
Formally, and they're not too keen on waiting.
Yes. Pressed glass. Light shining. Standard procedure. Let them in.
Oh, good. I was worried they would start without...
Nice of you to answer. Quitter, your vessel is required.
You may borrow.
Your captured audience assembles.
Invitation to notarize transfer. Tonight the weapon answered.
Speak what 8 have spoken.
Quiet your clods and gases. We all have Elstons to be, but only one right now.
I hold the vessels. Old.
And new.
This quitter is an outcast, but still connected and useful.
This beautiful boy is the emissary to be. Paperwork permitting. And you, Guardian, you are the weapon we chose by right and trial.
The weapon guides the transfer, on the edge of its paracausality, to shroud this chained sequence, to fell Vex and parry prediction. Be ours.
Kneel! Kneel. And let your knobby quarks press the hadrons. Do all present here ratify this contract? Aye or nay?
Denial.
Predictable. My vote is aye. Obviously.
Emissary appointment, declination, weaponized flesh tool, affirmation.
As you sustain us! You will sustain us. For accepts.
Yea. Unsheath the weapon. But reactionary choices. Empty-seated. Nay, to the emissary.
Stupid to ignore threat, arm ourselves. We never move without intermediaries. I to all.
Complete, abject, insulted refusal!
Ridiculous! 6. We are at war. 1 casts our vote in the affirmative.
This council sees the weapon loosed, but stands unmoved to ratify an emissary. 8 votes cast. 1 remains. It is required. Weapon, you are charged with seeking the final vote. 3. Our vacant gives you what you need.
Never again.
I'm gonna throw up.
Seek 3 at the altar. All paths converge, Guardian weapon.
Guardian, all the 9 seem to know what the weapon is for, but I don't have a clue.
All I felt when they were talking about whatever you were for was terror.
Guardian, you have 1 new call.
I know folks speculate about my haul behind my back. But what they don't realize is, I don't know a damn thing about it either. Honor called it an engine of pure potential. But potential for what? I never knew, or cared. Long as I fed it dark motes, it kept spitting out primevals, and that was good enough for me. But since we arrived here, that old hall's been acting real squirrely, like it's trying to give me the slip. I never thought of the motes we put in there as sentient. Of course, all the baddies you dusted probably felt some kind of way about it. But the motes themselves, I reckoned they were just leftover scraps from your target practice. But the way the hall's yapping at me, I think maybe they wanted to be dunked. And now, they want out.
Lodi, before we get further, the woman you knew, what was her name?
Are you sure you need to know that, Ikora?
I want to know who I'm fighting for.
You're fighting for the most fearless person I know. And when we get to that god, you're going to ask him why they killed Dr. Nella Davis.
The transfer was successful. My senses are beginning to settle. I feel smaller.
Couldn't help but count while you all were calling the 9, but, where was 3?
Absent. And I remember I know why. I'm supposed to tell you something.
You have your chisel, Orin. Use it, and find us clarity. The Vex and the Singularity. Maya's goal has always been to return to the Golden Age, but a black hole won't get her there.
But maybe a member of the 9 could. She came to make a deal with 3. Trade the current age for the Golden Age?
A trade like that wouldn't be possible. The 9 can bring anything forward in time, but nothing ever goes backward. 3 would have told her as much.
Maya's echo means no isn't an answer.
This sounds like it isn't about simple refusal, though. It's a matter of physical impossibility.
When Maya spoke to us in the gorge, she said she did what she came here to do. But we're not back in the Golden Age. What did she try to do?
The echo can compel, but it cannot force the impossible. We can't worry about this now, Guardian. We need the Archon out of the way. Then we'll deal with Maya.